And hey everybody, welcome. This is John Megacycle here doing a bit of a game review. Just last weekend, I received the beta copy of Stardrive. Stardrive was a Kickstarter project that I helped fund probably, I'd say about a year ago. And it's finally starting to get to a really good point where we've gotten the playable. As you can see here, I've got the Stardrive beta here in the lower left. So we're still dealing with a product that's not completely finished. But I wanted to give it a quick glance and give you guys a heads up of what this game's all about. If you've ever played Master of Orion before, I'd like to just summarize it briefly as think of it like a real-time strategy version of that kind of a genre of a game. It's a standard 4X strategy game. Explore, exploit, expand, and exterminate. And let me just break that down for you real quick. A 4X strategy game, so first of all, you explore. You explore the area around your base or your army or your city or what have you. You exploit by exploiting local resources to get a more powerful army, more powerful military. Exterminate. The main goal of a strategy game is to defeat your opponent. And of course what comes with that also is expansion, if you need more resources and that sort of a thing. I did that a little wrong, but that's okay. So explore, exploit, expand, exterminate. Those are the 4 X's. So if anyone says it's a 4X strategy game, you could say it's like a Command and Conquer or a StarCraft or that sort of a thing. So that's kind of the theme you're going with. So we're just going to go ahead, we're going to start a new game. I'm going to walk through just a little bit here, give you a little taste of what this game's all about. The neat thing about this game is, just a touch, we've got tutorials up the wazoo teaching you the basis of game structure, how to progress, how to expand, how to declare war, how to be diplomatic with the other races involved, that sort of a thing. So older game veterans didn't have the luxury of a tutorial, so it's kind of nice to have one here. So I'm just going to go ahead and get one started. Real simply put here, we're designing our own race or our own species of creatures that have reached the age of space exploration. We have a bunch of defaults on the left here. Real nice. We've also got all of these skills or traits, however you want to really phrase it. These are all broken down into physical, sociological, and history and tradition, with the name of the skill, the name of the skill, the description of the skill, and the point modifier. Now, you get so many points to start off. You get 8 points. So me being human, let's just go ahead. Yep, we've selected human. We've already got a few here, but we can go ahead and cycle this around if we wanted to try to make a more custom race. So that's really where that comes down to. So we'll keep this quick, but at the top we get to choose the name of our species, a home planet, a flag and a color, and then in the far upper right we get to choose the game makeup, how many opponents, the size of the galaxy, the difficulty, that sort of thing. So we're just going to go ahead and get started. Again, I just want to touch on a few of the core concepts here and give you guys a little bit of a taste. This isn't a full walkthrough. We start the game off with our home planet, Earth. Considering we're the humans, that's what it comes in as default. Of course, you can change it. But this will quickly give you a real Master of Orion feel to it. Really quick here, this is where we break up the actual production, the work of our colony. We'll start from the upper left. This lets you cycle in between all of your colonies, the planet info, a governor if you use it to have it automatically control this planet. You can have them be industry heavy, research heavy, agricultural heavy, that sort of a thing. The actual labor, what your people are doing at any given time, breaking down the actual workload. Any storage, we'll get into that later, or maybe we won't. The details, this is the actual breakdown of the colony. Every single spot is a place you can set up base. These black spots are non-navigable. Uninhabitable, I guess is what I should say. Oh, it says right there, uninhabitable. Upper right here, we've got buildings, ships, and troops we can create based on the structures we have on our planet, and then any construction queue. So this kind of really does give you a feel. I think this is probably closer to Master of Orion 2. At least for my taste. And this is a really nice flashback of a game I used to play hours and hours on. And this is a really nice, like, reawakening of the genre. So I really like it. So we'll get out of there. Of course, we have up from the top left over, we've got research. Research is, of course, a tiered sort of a thing. So you research the basic stuff first, then you move on to more sophisticated projects. You can really get a quick look on what they provide, the name of the research with a description, and a structure or a unit or a military thing that gets that you acquire when you do the research. And of course, it's structured as a queue, so you don't have to worry about when stuff gets done. And if you click something that you haven't had before, it'll queue up the whole train. So that way, the whole theme to get to that one research. So that's about that. I did mention that this is a real-time strategy game. In the far upper right, if you can see it, it's the start date. About every 5 seconds is a game turn, so to speak. So that's how it's facilitated as a real-time strategy game. We do have ships around our planet of Earth, and you can actually control them. We're early tech. I haven't done any exploration yet, so I'm just going to keep this guy pretty close. Why don't you take a load off? Excellent. Now, one of the things I do want to highlight about this game is the Shipyard. Now, if you do remember any of the Master of Orion games, like I said, specifically the second one, you could fully customize what goes on your ships. You can build your own everything. And the way you build your ships definitely has an output and definitely has a difference in battle. Has a different, could have a different outcome. So at very base level 1, we have weapons. We have power. You've got to add fuel cells, engines, power plants, and any other add-ons, and we won't get into detail here. Defense breaks into armor, shields, that sort of a thing. Special is if you wanted anything extra, so additional ordnance storage, for example. Later on, you'll get some pretty neat stuff. You'll have living facilities for your Marines if you wanted to attack ships with like a raiding party or something. So the game does come equipped with some defaults. These are just the templates or the hulls that we can mess around with. Or if you wanted to just work off one that's already existing, we're going to go to our construction facility here. We're going to check on ships. And let's say I want to work on a fighter, but I want to design one that's already been done. So we're going to click on Vulcan Scout, and I've already customized one, Vulcan Scout with guns. So let's just check on this guy. And here we already have all the items. I'm just clicking around here. You see all the items the way they've been customized. On the left side you see the description with what's already on it. So you can remove pieces, you can add pieces, you can do whatever you want as long as it fits the frame and certain criteria. Over here we have what the specs are of the ship and whether or not it passes snuff, for example. You can't have a ship without a power plant or that sort of a thing. Or even engines. I mean, that wouldn't do you any good to have a space vessel without engines, am I right? So you can customize your own ship, you save it as a template, and you can build it anytime you want in the game as long as you have the correct technology and the resources to do so. So that's pretty nifty. So we're just going to get out of here, but that's one big part of the game I wanted to stress on. Of course, you go for, this is a labor management, empire management screen. You can see everything that goes on in your empire. All of the colonies will be listed down here with the specifications listed on the side. Diplomacy, as you deal with other races, you'll be able to set up treaties, alliances, you'll be able to go to war, you can train spies, you can do a lot of stuff here. And this is just the beta. I'm sure there's more to come, which is going to be awesome. So there's that. Oh, and of course, money. Economic overview. This gives you a really nice, easy to digest method of how taxes, trade, incomes, costs, expenditures, all that stuff is handled. Upkeep and with ship and building maintenance, real simple stuff. So it's all easy to digest information. It's simple, it's straightforward, and it doesn't give you a ton too quickly. Again, the tutorials are very nice. They're very handy. I highly recommend it. When this game does become live, just familiarize yourself with the mechanics. You know, maybe take a few minutes, just watch a video or two, and you'll be able to enjoy the game a lot more in the long run. So, that having been said, thank you guys for watching. Again, this is a beta. This doesn't represent the final draft. Again, again, real quick, all simple, easy to digest information here. Very, very good stuff. Aside from the descriptive stuff on the bottom, if you want to read all that, awesome. You'll at least want to read it once to get a feel for how stuff functions in the game, but fairly simple stuff. So anyway, again, I'm repeating myself a bit, but that's alright. This is still a beta. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more stuff to be added, but all Master of Orion fans out there, any strategy nuts, I highly recommend you give this one a try when it does get live, and I hope to see you guys on the battlefield. I will catch you later.